Hello again, you guys. It's Carly from the Poetry of Nice, and I have a sales update video for you. So it's been a few weeks, probably like 3 to 3.5 since I've done a sales update video, and that's mostly because I went away for a week. And so I took a week off work and I shut down like Poshmark and I put extended handling on eBay and Etsy. And I still sold things. And so I wanted to share with you sort of the things that I sold really while I wasn't particularly working. I'm pretty hands-off when I go on vacation. I don't bother kind of fiddling with things. I'll reply to offers and questions and things here and there, but I don't really do anything else. So things still sold. It's really nice to come back. It's a lot of work. I think I had about an hour and a half worth of shipping to do on the night that I got back, but that's totally worth it to be able to still bring in a paycheck even while you're on holiday. So let me show you what I sold. This isn't everything. This is just kind of like a cross section. Some lower price, some higher price. So let's start with Etsy. Vintage Hello Kitty talking pull string plush toy. I've had this for years, like 2 years I think listed at this point, and it finally sold for $39.95. All right, next thing is, I think a Halloween item, bunch of Halloween items in here. And in fact, I'm going to do a special sales update video just showing all of the Halloween themed things that I have sold recently, just because I think that's kind of fun. Just kind of like, a little spooky video or whatever for the holiday season. So a vintage rainbow Halloween clown kids costume. Picked this up for like 24 cents, I think it worked out as, at a huge like yard sale that I went to. And yeah, $49.95 is what it sold for, so a brilliant return. And then speaking of which, I also found this one right next to that other clown costume, sold to a different person. It was true vintage from the 70s. The actual outfit was handmade, but the shoes were from the 70s, and I can't remember the name of the Ben Cooper, that was it, which is actually quite popular when it comes to Halloween costume items. And again, 24 cents for this whole costume you see here, and it sold for $124.95, all plus shipping as well. Brilliant return on investment there. These Nikes, I'm trying to think where on earth I found them. I think they were at a rummage sale, so I'm going to say they were about between 50 cents and $1. They were from 1997. You can date them from the tag inside. Just pull up a YouTube video and teach yourself it. It's such a good skill to have when looking at shoes and determining whether they're vintage or just retro, i.e. made to look vintage, because there's plenty out there that could fool you. And they sold for $84.95. Next one is something I picked up at a recent rummage sale where I picked up all kinds of vintage, like collegiate stuff, mostly UT stuff. This was the Cotton Bowl from 1990, obviously Tennessee Volunteers, and it sold for $49.95, and that item was only listed for about a week or two before it sold, so quite a fast flip there. All right, let's go on to Poshmark. So these sold within 2 days of being listed. These will actually be coming up in one of my upcoming like yard sale with me videos. I haven't even had a chance to post that video yet. They sold so quick. But they went for $30 on a best offer, like I said, within about 2 days of being listed. This item is also from a yard sale recently, so I think I paid, it worked out at $2.60, and it sold for the full asking price of $20 there, just a Victoria's Secret plunge bra. Now, these don't usually, like Victoria's Secret bras, I wouldn't expect to get $20, like full offer purchases within like a day or two usually, but I think this bra was sort of more attractive to some because it was a plunge bra and because it was like claspless, so it can go under t-shirts and be kind of seamless and whatnot. So just a side note there. This was from the same place as the bra I just showed you. So again, $2.60 average purchase price. Smartwool, such a good brand to pick up. I absolutely love finding this. Here is the little logo in case you are interested down here. And then this is what the actual tag looks like. Definitely worth picking up if it's at a good price. Sold for $30, just a basic t-shirt, again within a couple of days, yeah. And then this one is also from that very same yard sale. So I think I spent $100 in total, and I think I got like 65 pieces or so. So I'm already well on my way to almost being in the profit from that one yard sale, which is really good. And again, that one will be coming up soon. I think I'm going to call it like the upscale yard sale because that's what they called it on their sign. So stay tuned if you want to see exactly what I found there. Again, $2.60 Vineyard Vines cardigan. The comps actually were not really strong for these. They looked like they were going more like 12 to 14, but I priced it 25 and sent out an offer of 22 with reduced shipping, and it sold within a day or two. So I'm glad that I sort of went towards the higher end of the market there. And this was a recent pickup from a yard sale. It was the end of the day. She was putting everything away and I just happened to find this and buy it. It was $5. Never picked up this brand before, B. Makowski. Anyway, this sold in less than a week for $50. So again, very happy with that flip too. This has been in a recent yard sale video. I paid $2 for this costume. I'm definitely in the market for picking up costumes right now. In fact, I grabbed a few more this weekend, so they're going to be the first things that I list tomorrow morning, Monday morning. And this one sold for $18. All right, another sweatshirt. This came from the same rummage sale that I got the cotton ball sweatshirt, sorry, that I just sold you, that sold on Etsy. So another $3 investment here, just like the other one. And this one sold for $32. And obviously it's a vintage Coca-Cola polar bear Christmas sweatshirt. I knew someone somewhere would love that. Okay, this came from the same yard sale as the clown costumes that I just showed you. Just a fossil black leather purse sold for $30, and I may have sold to a subscriber, and if so, thank you so much, and I hope you absolutely love it. And next is a pair of new tags, level 99. They were from Stitch Fix originally, is what the tag said. I paid $2 at a thrift store, and they sold for $30, and they probably sold in about 6 weeks of being listed. So not a super quick flip. This I picked up because I loved it. I almost wanted to keep it myself. It was International Concepts, and it has that kind of like military band jacket kind of look to it. Now this is another one where the comps did not look particularly promising. The same jacket was selling around like 20 to 25, but I thought it was really cool, so I listed it higher, and it ended up selling for, I think this was full asking price of $40, and it sold within about a month and a half to 2 months of being listed. So sometimes, you know, always look at the comps. That's your informed decision. That's the data from the marketplace, right? But if you think you have something that's kind of cool and you think that maybe those comps just, you could get more, why not try it? You know, you can always drop your price. You can always send out offers. There's no problem with that. But sometimes if I have an inkling on something, I will try it out. And oftentimes it works out. So, you know, just a tip. Trust your instincts, I think what I'm trying to say there. Okay, Club Monaco. So I paid $1 for this jacket. Club Monaco is really expensive. Like this jacket probably costs, well, it says there, I actually found the exact jacket. It cost $289 retail, and it sold for $23. It had a little bit of wear to like the zipper. It's still function and things. There's just some peeling to it. But this, I just have a hard time with this brand. Even though it's higher end, it just doesn't have that much resale value in my opinion. So $23 is what this jacket sold for. And the last Poshmark one before I move on to eBay is a pair of Talbot's leather quilted boots. These I picked up for $1 and they sold for $30 in, again, about 2 days. I wanted to show these just to show that, again, fast flip, and Talbot's can do well. It definitely has a following. All right, let's move on to eBay real quick. So LL Bean denim, I guess they were they vintage, maybe they were just retro. I have the word retro in here. So size 20, flannel lines. They have that plaid flannel lining, so I think that makes them quite popular. I've done well with these in the past, closer to 35 to 40. I have a few pairs right now that aren't really moving, so I ended up taking a best offer of 25 and being okay with that. Glad to move them on. This was a recent purchase from a yard sale. I paid $3 for this. Keep your eyes open for Little Einsteins. They do really well. You can't really buy it anymore, and there's still, you know, following and people's kids and things like this. So this one actually sold for a best offer of $100 plus shipping, and that one sold about 2 weeks from being listed, I would say. Peanuts Halloween fluffy pajama pants. I picked these up at a yard sale last weekend, so they'll be upcoming as well in a video. And I paid $1 for them. They sold same day for $13.50. Again, not a huge flip, not a huge, you know, amount of money that I made for them, but a really quick, easy list, quick to ship, and they sold really quickly as well because they're perfect for the season. So same thing here. I paid for this $2, maybe $1, because I think it was half price. Anyway, I thought it was amazing. It was so cool, and the ghosts were even fluffy. I do so well with these vintage, I call them ugly Halloween sweaters. I've had some people actually comment and say it's not very nice that I call them ugly sweaters. I just want to clarify, I don't actually think these sweaters or the Christmas sweaters are ugly. That's literally like a keyword that people will look for because they go to, you know, ugly sweater parties. So that's the reason why I call them ugly. Just in case anybody's wondering, I don't hate on these items. I actually think they're kind of awesome. So this one sold for a best offer of 25, and I took 25 because it had some wear to it. There was some discoloration to the cuffs. I think there was a button or two missing. It was not in like prime shape, but again, it sold same day in just a couple of hours for 25. So I was happy with that because of the condition issues. I picked this up at a yard sale a few weeks ago. I absolutely loved it. I paid $5 for this, and I took a best offer of $50, and again sold in about 2 weeks or so. These golf balls, there were 4 boxes here. Picked these up at the rummage sale, same one where I got the like Coca-Cola sweatshirt and stuff. Paid $1 per box of that rummage sale, and they sold the 4 lotted together for $49.99 plus shipping. This little mermaid costume I paid $2 at a yard sale, and I picked it. I don't pick up all Disney costumes because they're kind of a dime a dozen, but this one I grabbed because it had the long sleeves, and you can see I used the keyword modest in there. That's something that can be appealing to some parents, and you don't always find them with the long sleeves, so that's why I picked this one up, and it was in good condition, and it sold for the full asking price of $27.99. A Kipling Crossbody Bag. I paid $2 for this. It sold for $24. This hat was a recent purchase as well. Paid 25 cents, and it sold for a best offer of $19.90. Actually, they may have been on sale for $19.90 looking at that. Newer tags, Lucky Brand Sophia straight leg jeans. So I stumbled upon a yard sale where I got that really awesome coat that sold for $50. It was that yard sale, and they had loads of newer tag Lucky jeans for $3 a pair. So I grabbed them all because why not? This is the first one to sell, and they sold for a best offer of $24.99. But if I can, I think I ended up with 13 pairs. If I can sell them all for around 20 to 30, and I paid $3 a pair, I'm going to be making quite a bit of profit. And some of them were duplicates, so that makes it really easy to list. One of my favorite sales so far is this vintage Disney catalog Cruella de Vil like costume jacket. I think I paid $2 at a yard sale just because I thought it was cool with the vintage tag and stuff, and it sold for $34.95 full asking price. So there we go. A vintage greeting card lot. I don't always sell vintage ephemera, but I'm getting into it more and I'm enjoying it. So this was a specific artist, LK Powell, lots of wild animals. There was 21 cards in total, and they sold for 24 on a best offer. This Samsung security system with the camera, this sold for $100 on a best offer untested. I had no way to test it, so I listed it as is. The light came on, you could hear the hard drive like wind up and things, so that's all the information I gave, and let the person know before they bought it as well that they were buying it untested, and I paid $20 for that, so 20 into 100. These were $2 at a thrift store. Absolutely adored them. Just thought they were so cool with all the pleating and the acid wash. Vintage, true vintage. They sold for $32. And the last item I'm going to show you is the Corgi shirt. Picked this up for $1 at a yard sale. It sold in 2 days for $17 because, you know, corgis. All right, you guys. So that is it for today. Like I said, I'm going to be back with more yard sale with me's. I'm going to do a sort of like a Halloween version of sales just to show you exactly what has been selling for the season for me, because I thought that'd be kind of fun. And I think I'm also going to do like a little bit of a I'm not going to call it house tour because that's not what it is, but like a thrifted Halloween decor tour, if that makes sense. So if you're interested, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, you guys.